This is one of my favourite damp issues. Here in a first floor flat, we have dampness along the side of a chimney breast. It's colourless, it's not coming from the outside. It's actually caused by hygroscopic salts. They're very badly understood in this country, in particular from the training organisations, the PCA and RICS. People can spend many tens of thousands on replacing roofs or putting in damp proofing treatment against rising damp. But they're from hygroscopic salts. They're such as calcium nitrate that causes deliquescence, which is a form of condensation at 50% relative humidity, which is normal levels of relative humidity. Have a look at the survey and I'll make some comments at the end. So the interesting thing about hygroscopic salts is they don't show as damp because they're in dynamic equilibrium. Doesn't mean that they can't be on a wall that is cold, but that you don't see the heat loss, which you would normally expect to do with a damp wall like this. So if you had a damp t-shirt and it's drying out, the evaporation causes heat loss.
Yeah.
And you don't get that because it's not actually a source of water. It's in dynamic equilibrium. That means that it's evaporating at the same time as it's condensing at the same rate. So it's not a source of water. So that's why you don't have a risk of rot or mold or any damage to the building. It's just unsightly essentially. So we can see these salts here around the side of the building. The dampness the historic dampness has trapped the soot, and you're actually seeing the soot rather than the dampness.
Yes.
Were you pointing at the chimney? I saw the various...
put the caps on. I think Ellie shared some better photos of that from when they completed the work up there.
So the other interesting thing in this property is that they've had damp proofing treatment, probably also from the same hygroscopic salts. I don't know, I haven't seen the ground floor flat, but there's two types of damp proofing treatment which suggests that it hasn't been understood properly. Help me identify the extent. So it's like an iceberg. You're seeing the tip of the iceberg there, but so it's dropping to, it's about 20 centimeters or 15 maybe. So you can see it drops off. That one's staying. So it's going to about there.
Yeah.
And likewise, a bit behind you.
Do you want me to take the mirror down?
It may be a good idea. So the important thing to know about hygroscopic salts is that they're not a source of water. They're like a grease stain, like a blue tack stain that you get. It causes decorative spoiling. It's not pretty. The best thing to do is to cover the stains. And the easiest way of doing that is with an oil base primer such as Zinsser cover stain. And you want to go 300 ml either side, potentially more, with two layers. And the reason for that is it's like an iceberg. You're only seeing the very peak, and if you just cover the zone where there's dampness, you'll soon find that moisture, the vapor, will cause some of the other salts to start to show through. But 300 ml either side, and then paint it however you want to paint it. You don't even need to paint it with anything. It doesn't cause mold, rot or any other issue. You could cover with wallpaper, but you would need to use an oil or a plastic backed wallpaper. You could use insulation as well. See the report for more details, and I'll send that to you in about a week or so. Thank you.